Cheers to you guys for the tea. Oh, that's good. That is very good tea. Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to Adventures of a Traveling Don and our continued journey to Bermuda. Today's parish is one singular one, that is Pembroke Parish, and that is where the home of the city of Hamilton is, the largest city here in Bermuda. So we're going to check out this city and do another couple points around Pembroke Parish. So just enjoy this beautiful day in Bermuda. So first up of the day is the Bermuda Ocean Discovery Center, and this place looks awesome. So there are multiple rooms here. I think there's about 10 of them here at the Ocean Discovery Center, but this one right here, I think I'm in number 4. This is kind of cool because it has, it has Google Earth maps here, and then it has the island of Bermuda and the surrounding ocean. Now watch, as I zoom into where we're at, to right about here, this starts to zoom in on the camera, or on the TV. It's like, that's kind of cool. So we're at right about here. Let me move this over. And see, as it moves, as I move it, it moves up here. So that's actually really cool. But yeah, we're right around here is the Discovery Center. We're at the opening of the city of Hamilton. But this is so cool. It delves into the history of oceanography and marine biology here in Bermuda. You learn a lot. Okay, so this room, you can actually miss it, but it's really kind of cool, so I highly recommend coming here. It's called the Shell Room, and it's just a room full of displayed shells from the ocean and from different parts. So you have like a Bermuda section, you have Caribbean, Florida, Northern South America, Europe, Africa, from all around the world. Different types of shells, which are just absolutely fantastic. Gives a little explanation of what each shell is. And they even have over here, they have some shell art, which is actually really kind of cool. Like some of the intricacies that goes into like the art on that, that is fantastic. That's so cool. Like this one here, the gold-lipped oyster, I think that's probably the coolest. And then you also, oh, that one's really cool, an owl shell. That's awesome. Time to take the dive.
Port of Archer, Ocean Discovery Center. Flight route, Hamilton Harbor to Pebble Beach to Tarpon Hole Reef.
Okay, so that was really kind of cool. It's, it's kind of like their version of like a Star Tours if you go to Disneyland, just not as much shaking, but it does give you a little bit of shaking, and it is fun, and it now takes you down to this bottom area we will now explore.
Well, this is cool. Well, lights on.
Why is the light on? Oh my God. The aliens. They've got me. Goodbye, God. So the bottom rooms, it looks like they're more of like the interactive kind of stuff. Like that first room you come in kind of is into like the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, all the different planes and ships that have just disappeared in the middle of that triangle, and trying to figure out, you know, what causes all the weird freak weather phenomenons that happen between Bermuda, the Caribbean, and of course Florida. It's very, very interesting that they still kind of like, they still are trying to figure out the answer, and we may never truly know. But then you come into other areas that have all of these historical artifacts that they've found during dives off of wreckages and stuff, things that date back several, you know, at least the last 3-4 centuries. It's actually really, really cool. Okay, so now we've come into the city of Hamilton proper, and our first stop here is Queen Elizabeth Park. And it's a beautiful park with a lot of great looking sculptures around the park, and just aesthetically pleasing. It's just a great place to come and relax and enjoy even a rainy day like this. Earlier it was sunny, now it's rainy. Give it about 20 minutes, it'll be sunny again. Bermuda, you can't even look at a radar when it comes to the weather because the radar don't always pick it up. These storms here in Bermuda just come in and out like that. So, but anyway, it is a beautiful park. So if you're looking for a place for lunch while you're here in Hamilton, Bermuda, a great spot is called the Hog Penny. This is kind of a staple, it's been around since 1957. It's a little loud in there for music, so copyright purposes, I didn't really film while we were in there. But we did get some great food. We had, of course, the rockfish as the main meal with a nice beetroot salad. Both of those were absolutely fantastic, and the decor in there is really kind of nice. Actually, I believe that the Hog Penny was the inspiration for the Cheers bar in Boston, like the kind of like the copycat from the original show. So I think this was the inspiration for that, which is kind of cool. Now, of course, one of the major attractions of the city of Hamilton itself is, of course, the Bermuda sign, and this is where you come to get your picture with the iconic Bermuda sign. Another cool thing about Hamilton is all of these kind of like mosaics all over the place. You have them along the walls, you have them along kind of like the plant potters, and then you even have benches that have the mosaics as well, which is really, really kind of nice artistic touch to the city. So next spot on your docket to check out is the Cathedral of the Most Holy Trinity. An amazingly beautiful church. You know, it's that kind of like Gothic style cathedral that you get in any place in Europe. It basically has that style. But number one, on the outside, it's surrounded by palm trees, which is cool. And number two, on the inside, fantastic artwork. The stained glass windows are amazing, and even like the altars are fantastic. I think you can even climb up into the cathedral tower certain days and times, and I think it's like $5 or something like that. I missed out on it today, it looks like, but that is something that I believe you can do while here in Hamilton. So at least within the city itself, if you are looking for views, Point Pleasant Park right here off of the harbor is probably the best place. It literally is a point here in Hamilton Harbor that you can pretty much see all of the entire harbor, including the beautiful small but beautiful little park and our next destination, which is the Princess Regent Hotel for a traditional afternoon tea. So let's go and get something to eat, shall we? this is going to be the main focus of this video, and that is here at the Princess Hotel, an iconic hotel here in Hamilton in Bermuda. And it is number one, it's a gorgeous hotel, both in and outside, in the courtyard out back. Fantastic, great bay views. But here at the Crown and Anchor, one of their restaurants, kind of more of their pub style kind of place, they have afternoon tea here. So from 3 to 5 every day, they do afternoon tea. And this is just number one, it's a great looking setup. This is a traditional British style tea. So you come in, they're gonna kind of give you a little bit of your like tea leaves here so you can smell. Oh, that's so good. That is Rose Congo or Conju. It's actually a favorite of the late Princess Diana's. And basically you steep it for 3, 4, 5 minutes. They got little sand hourglasses, so you can kind of keep track of time with that. And we're just gonna try our tea, and then we got an assortment of sandwiches and sweets to come out to try in just a minute. But first, cheers to you guys for the tea. Oh, that's good. That is very good tea. Okay, so the sandwiches and sweets have arrived, and it's awesome because you get this beautiful tower of just 3 different plates, and you have sweets, scones, and of course sandwiches. You just have a nice little selection of them. It's all kind of like, it all comes on the menu. So this is your menu. This will have your tea on one side, and you choose your tea. The sandwiches and everything is generally what they have for that particular day, however they're doing it. So we're gonna go ahead and try. We'll start off with one of the sandwiches, savory start first. And this is kind of like the avocado egg salad sandwich, so we'll give this a try. Not bad. That's actually really good. Next sandwich is the roasted vegetable and pesto. That's nice. I think the vegetables they do seasonally, because these are winter vegetables. Got a little broccoli in there, like maybe a little bit of onion, cabbage, and it's a tomato bread as well. That's pretty good. Time for the tuna papado. So tuna salad with, I think it was spicy mayonnaise and on wheat bread. So we're gonna try this. Ooh. I really like that tuna salad. That's actually fantastic. And I'm just gonna say we're gonna save the best for last because this is prosciutto with brie with a nice apple chutney. Ever since we started this, she was pointing this one out, and I was like, oh, I love brie cheese. So bottoms up. Oh, the mixture of like salty and sweet. That's amazing. All right, so now we're going into the next level, and this is the scone. So we're gonna go from savory, switching slowly, creeping up into sweet. You got 2 types of scone. You got a raisin scone and you got a plain scone. We'll try the raisin scone first with a little strawberry preserve and some clotted cream. Okay. First off, that strawberry preserve is fantastic. And that raisin scone, very nice. And now for the plain old scone. Might be plain. It's still got good flavor to it. I will say I think I like the raisin one better. But still, very good. Now it's time for the top level. Get those sweet tooths ready. Because here we go. The first one is going to be the strawberry mousse. Oh, that mousse just melted in the mouth. Oh, that's so good. Second sweet, the passion fruit meringue tart. Try this real quick. It's got a nice kind of mild tartness to it with kind of a sweet finish. Very nice. It's truffle time. So this is a chocolate raspberry truffle. So we're going to try this real quick. Oh, look how squishy that is. My God, that's fantastic. Kind of lingers at the top of your mouth, so watch that. But that's really good. And last but not least, the chocolate-covered Scottish shortbread in the shape of a little hard. I am a sucker for shortbread, hence why I saved this for last, so we're gonna try this real quick. See, the one thing I like about flying to Europe, and why I usually try to get like either British Airways or Aer Lingus, is because they always give you like a little shortbread cookie to go with any other meal that they give you. I'm a sucker for shortbread. So what? Okay, that was absolutely delicious. That was a lot of fun. That was an experience, not just a, not just a tea time treat. That was definitely fantastic. So if you are ever in Hamilton here in Bermuda, definitely make reservations. They do recommend you make reservations. Occasionally they'll take walk-ins during particularly low season, off season. It's not too much of a problem, but if you're here during the summertime, you'll definitely want to make reservations at least 24 hours in advance. And it is about $55 for just kind of like the tea and the snacks. You can do kind of like a champagne add-on. I think that's like 75 bucks a person. So not too bad, because I'm pretty full after all of that. But anyway, we'll continue on. We got a couple more spots before we end the video. All right, so next spot on the list is Admiralty House Park. So this used to be the home of the British admirals during the 1800s, maybe even into the early 1900s. Of course, you can see the ruined walls that used to dot along the perimeter here. It's a ruins now that's all graffitied up, but it's kind of cool to just think about what used to be here and the history. And also there are multiple trails that go down into coves and beaches that we're gonna go check out. But yeah, Admiralty House Park is kind of a cool looking spot. So let's go and see some of the nature stuff. So down the path from the house is, of course, a place called Admiral's Cove. I think there's actually two sides to it, but this is really beautiful. And it's kind of cool if you can actually kind of see. We'll step over here a little bit. Don't want to fall. But down there, that's a nice cave that kind of winds back through to the other side of the cove. But it's just absolutely fantastic. It's one of those things I've been loving about Bermuda. It's all these little kind of like hidden gem coves. They're just gorgeous. God, this is cool. So when you're here at the Admiral Cove, come around on the other side, and there are some, I don't know if those were carved in by people or they're just natural steps, but you can come down in here and you got some caves. This is awesome. I wouldn't go down here if it was high tide, because I feel like, yeah, this is all wet from previous high tides, so definitely make this a low tide venture. But yeah, it doesn't go too far back. But I found some caves. This is cool. This is nuts. Oh my God, you can actually go down. You can actually go down right into the water down there. And I think I saw like, it's almost like a sandy bottom down there. So that is really cool. Yeah, like I said, a lot of this I wouldn't do during high tide, but when it's not high tide, low tide, although it's starting to come back in. That is so cool. And just like this little, this whole right, oh, that is awesome. So Admiral's Cave and Admiral's Cove is kind of like an adventure. It's like fast-paced, there's wind whipping through, the water's kind of just splashing up. If you want a little peace and tranquility, just come right over the hill to Clarence Cove. You've got, of course, your own little beach that you can hang out at. And the water's pretty calm until you get to basically the other side of the breakwater here. So you can just have a nice little fun time here in this cove and just enjoy your day. But It's kind of like night and day over there. But I honestly thought that was cooler because that was kind of like an adventure. I was thinking it's like, oh, there's some treasure chests in here we're gonna find. I'm a pirate and stuff. So it was kind of fun being in there. But, you know, if you need a little break, come over to Clarence Cove. Alright guys, so this is going to be the end of the City of Hamilton and Pembroke Parish video. I had one more spot that I wanted to get to, but I was just informed by the locals when I was talking to them about it that I was going to go to Spanish Point. Apparently, it closes at 5 o'clock. I don't know if that's all year round or it's just when I'm here in mid-February, but I figured I'd at least give you guys some kind of sunset view. So, we're back at the old Admiral's house. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. I'll leave the links to particularly the Princess Hotel, and the Crown and Anchor specifically is the one that you want, because they have like a couple different restaurants and bars. So you're gonna want the Crown and Anchor at the Princess for the tea time. That was phenomenal. That was probably one of my favorite memories so far from this trip. And going forward, that was great. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, give it a big old thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. And if you do want to help support the travels, I do have a Patreon page and a Buy Me a Coffee account. And I do so much appreciate all the support. Until we meet again, guys, peace out and have a great night.